Designer babies are not futuristic because they are already here. Hi, my name is Sandrine, and today with this presentation is my intentions to persuade you that the United States should not allow scientists to engineer designer babies. I've recently been doing research on this topic and it has caught my interest. Today, first, I will explain what the problem is with designer babies. Second, I will state the cause of designer babies, like why people get designer babies. And lastly, I will give my solution to the problem. Now that you're aware of the topic, let us begin with the problem. Many individuals in our society today believe that the key to the enhancement of the human species is to genetically engineer our babies. This is an issue because not only would those designer babies have a major advantage over the average baby, but we are not scientifically capable of modifying genes to get a certain outcome with high confidence. That is not in our range at the moment. If designer babies become more common, it does have the potential to ruin our society. And it might not directly affect you, but it could affect your children and the following generations after that. And because creating designer babies would widen the gap between the rich and the poor. Genetics also is so complex that in trying to genetically modify these genes, the potential to get an unwanted result is uncomfortably high. It's really high. For instance, let's say you and your spouse want your child to be born with red hair. So you go to a scientist and you ask them to input the red hair gene into your child's DNA. However, according to Pacific Standard, what you may have failed to realize is that red hair gene, it's called MC1R, it has many variations. And some of these variations increase the risk of cancer, Parkinson's, and even Alzheimer's disease. So in my opinion, that is not worth red hair. Also, this kind of technology is very expensive. It's very expensive. So what that means is it would limit it to only the rich. So only the rich would be able to use this genetic modification. And according to the conversation, this enhancement of genetics would worsen inequality in our society, which is not good. Now that I have addressed the problem, let us talk about the cause. The main cause of genetic modification of babies is hopes to prevent underlying health conditions or issues. And according to Lifespan, parents with severe health conditions were amongst the first to use this innovation. For instance, in China, there was a scientist, He Jiankhu. He gene edited multiple babies with the dad of the babies who had HIV and the mom did not have HIV. So the parents did not want the babies to have HIV, and he would gene edit them to be resistant to this HIV. The problem with this is, according to Science Mag, he also made these babies more susceptible to infections by West Nile virus and the influenza, which is also way more dangerous in the short run. Those are more likely to kill your child than HIV in modern day society. The issue with designer babies stems from the lack of government regulation and the lack of government restrictions on the matter. For example, even though complex traits like athleticism and stuff like that, it's not easily genetically modified and it's not capable to do that. But there will be opportunists who will try to get your money and try to sell you these products. For example, these are companies and scientists who just want parents' money and to exploit them for their money. Now that we have assessed the cause, let me offer my solution. The simple solution is to stop making these designer babies is to completely illegalize it in all 50 states in the US. This would call for Congress to propose a bill and get it passed. And in order for this to work, we the people would have to emphasize our distrust in this genetic modification to our legislatures. My solution is the only way to completely shut off the production of these babies in the US, and all it takes is as citizens to pressure our legislatures that we do vote for. This method is practical because it has happened many times over and over again in history. For example, women's suffrage and getting the alcohol age requirement raised. It all stems from people who press their government for a change. And without designer babies in our societies, human will evolve the natural and more safer way. which means the gap between the rich and the poor will slowly decrease. Today, first, I informed you all on the problem with engineering these designer babies. Second, I stated the main causes of genetically modified babies. And lastly, I offered my solution to the issue. Once again, the US federal government should illegalize the production of these babies to protect our society from potential harm. And all it takes is the public to pressure our legislatures. Just remember, the creation of designer babies is not limited to technology, but our biology. Thank you guys for watching.